The other thing I wanted to talk to you about briefly, by the way, because we were on that topic earlier of like this, like, what does George know? Which that sounds really mean. Gen Zs are slowly discovering that other people enjoy medieval English history, and this one person on Twitter believes that Sarah J. Maas, who wrote the Court of Thorns and Roses, is copying George R. R. Martin because, as you can see here in the picture, Hand of the King is a title that some of the characters have in the fucking the book. They also firmly believe that Sarah copied George and his Westeros map, not fully realizing that the actual map is not of Westeros, but it's actually of fucking England. On the left, that's her like fantasy map.
Wow, it's even lazier than George. Is that what we're arguing? We're arguing that it's even lazier. Look, she even has a wall. There's a wall.
Does she have a wall here? Let me see.
It looks like it at the bottom there. What's that? Is it the wolf or the wall? What does it say? I can't read it.
I can't. It's even in the original picture. It's too fucking.
What is this called? What is this series called?
A Court of Thorns and Roses.
Oh, wow, what a really creative name. Let's see. Nah.
Preston, if you're not frozen, please explain to people that nobody copied anybody. Like everyone's really kind of copying everybody.
Everybody copies each other. Everybody copies each other.
She has the wall. Like, yeah, that's the wall. The
she has the wall?
The Spring Cold. Yeah, at the bottom of the map, there's a wall that cuts across the continent. Like, come on, man. Come on.
So...
It's like Hadrian.
I mean, again,
this is
like,
in her defense.
There's this movie that came out a while back about the fight for Windows, with regards to Steve Jobs and Bill Gates, and it stars like Anthony Michael Hall as Bill Gates and like Noah Wyle from ER, as Steve Jobs, and Steve Jobs is like coming up with his Apple operating system, his Macintosh operating system, and he goes to Xerox, and Xerox is just like, yeah, you can have our software, because Xerox essentially invented the Windows, and they're like, you can just have it, and he's like, cool, and then Bill Gates like goes over to Apple and is like, they have fucking they have this really cool thing. And so Bill Gates goes to Xerox and gets it too, and releases Windows. And Noah Wile's all angry. He's like, you stole our idea. And he's like, you lost connection. It's like, we've got this rich neighbor called Xerox, and you plan on like robbing his house, and you get into the house and you find that I've already robbed him. Like, I was like, fair enough, like, but like, if that's the same situation, like, you're like, oh my gosh, there's a wall here. Well, yeah, because George already took that idea from like real history. So like her having a wall, like you could be like, oh, she's copying him. That's true, but she's copying a copy. So.
And George is guilty of it too, where George copies so much from, like, a lot of his understanding of the Middle Ages is taken from Dungeons and Dragons and stuff. Like the whole Morning Star flail mix-up comes from Dungeons and Dragons. Like he took it from that. And what are some other examples? Like, I don't know, a lot of his like rushes, like he's got like Russian, like stuff that's like not actually real Middle Ages, but it's taken from other fantasy. Or Ivanhoe, where he's stolen from Ivanhoe, where
so much
how a tournament works, like
right,
how jousting works.
Which people there's plenty of articles on like the invention, like how Ivanhoe invented the fantasy genre and everything Ivanhoe got wrong about the Middle Ages. But,
yeah.
Well, the entire plot of Ivanhoe is ridiculous. Like, there's this like Saxon angle divide that like it was never a fucking thing. Like it was never. Oh my gosh, he's a Saxon.
Well, I just wanted Preston to come in here and basically tell you that everyone takes it from you say this all the time, and it's true. Everyone takes it from everything. I mean, my boy Joker, who's in here, he'd be screaming about how everyone stole from Michael Moorcock and
it's true. It's true.
Yeah. Elric of Malbinine, whatever the hell it's called. So,
you're right. The blood rate, like nobody calls out George for like Bloodraven and Bracken and Shiera Seastar are like ripped off from Elric. Like nobody dogs his case about it when it's very, very explicit. Yeah. Stormbringer or whatever. Stormbringer is the name of the sword.
I mean,
you just got to do it with style. Apparently, you got to do it with style. You got to copy
do it
with
with
style. Yeah, yeah. It's got to be cool.
Actually, Trey, can I recommend you like sorry to that one guy that complains about me bringing up anime. Can I recommend to you one anime? I feel like it's kind of original. Made in Abyss. Would you be down? Made in Abyss feels like it's like a cutesy anime, but once you really get into it, it's like, oh, this is crazy. And I feel like the story of Made in Abyss is really original. I don't think off the top of my head, I can't. Basically, the story is, for some reason, people have like started like this city around this gigantic crater that like comes up. It's like kind of a volcano, and people called delvers go down into it, and they go into layers into the earth, and every layer is very different. There's like different animals and creatures in there and monsters and whatnot, and the delvers all have like a whistle and whatnot, like different colored whistles for different professionals of delver. And this one young girl, she finds this like boy robot, and she goes down there to try to find her mom. It's a very crazy story. I feel like it's fairly original. And the abyss itself is very crazy. Every layer of the abyss that you go down has like this curse that affects you in case you try to go back up and try to leave it. It's called Made in Abyss. I recommend it.
Made in Abyss. I'm looking it up. Yeah. Okay. I'll have to check it out.
I feel like you would maybe like it because Preston ambushed me the other day, and you asked me, I don't know if you remember this, Preston, what my favorite anime is, and you caught me off guard because I'm like, what is my favorite anime? I don't know what I should tell you. Maybe Hunter x Hunter? I don't know.
It's for me. It's Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Brotherhood. I like the original. I couldn't get into Brotherhood.
I haven't seen the original, so maybe I should check out the original.
Bro,
I know.
So good.
I know. Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood was the first anime I ever watched, and I was like,
really,
oh, really good. Yeah, I watched like an episode of Attack on Titan or something. Like that was like something, but like the first one I actually like, watched all the way through was Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, and I got like really attached.
Most people's first is Akira.
Well, if you're Gen Xer, like, first off,
certain age, but people my age, keep in mind there was no like anime,
right?
And so like Akira was like, I mean, there was. I wouldn't say there wasn't anything. There was, I mean, obviously Voltron and Robotech, but Akira was the first like non-slop that we'd gotten.
Jesus.
I mean, let's be honest. Robotech and Voltron. I mean, it's slop. It's like like using the same panels like over and over.
Speed Racer.
Speed Racer. Slop. Absolute slop.
Oh yeah. For millennials, our first anime was either Pokemon or Dragon Ball Z. So
that's true.
So for Gen Xers, I would imagine Akira. By the way, Preston, why did you ask me what my favorite anime was? Did you like really want to dive into it?
Just give me a birthday gift.
It was kind of an interesting thing that came up. Like I was like, I don't know, I could watch it and then talk to you about it. It's just one of those topics. Like what's your favorite anime? Fun little thing.
Hunter x Hunter. Check that out.
Hunter is good.
The first two episodes kind of meh, but I promise after the first two, it's just uphill from there.
Yeah. I mean, I tried to watch Attack on Titan, and it was a slog. And people are like, it gets better later, and I'm just like, it's just a slog.
It's like it gets better, and then it gets worse. And it is like a slog where like things are stretched out over like episodes.
That's the thing. Like certain anime doesn't feel like a slog. Like I will grant, at no point watching Death Note did I feel I needed to get through an episode, or like every episode I was very interested to see where the story was going next, even after the 2/3 mark where they switch completely to M and N. L is dead, and M and N you're dealing with Mello and Mir. Like that's just one that was just like entertaining all the way through.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel like a slog. And some anime you're just like, oh God. It's just
try Hunter x Hunter. I feel like you would like it. Your editor Will Well,
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, Trey. His editor Will has a whole channel dedicated to Hunter x Hunter, and
Really?
yeah,
What do you
it's
talk about?
there are new chapters, believe it or not.
No,
Like
there aren't. There hasn't been a new chapter in like 3 years. What?
I know, bro, I know. And then when there's new chapters, Will come out of retirement because Will also goes on
He's like one of
hiatus.
those deep sea fish when a whale falls. Like like they eat it like really quickly, you know? Like
Mhm.
when those whales fall every like 10 years, they eat it. It's
I
weird,
mean,
weird analogy. Sorry, it didn't hit.
Alex, I can't recommend anybody. I can't recommend anybody Evangelion. You can only truly
Evangelion.
enjoy Evangelion if you hate yourself. That is actually clinically proven. Clinically
Evangelion's
proven.
great. Evangelion's great, but you have to be like depressed. You have to be like
So
depressed and
so
miserable.
by the way, it's kind of a switch here, but I was thinking about like different fantasy worlds that people copy and everything. And I'm always like, all they have to do is make one small change and you're in territory that no one's ever done. Like, so there's all sorts of fantasy stories that take place in a medieval setting with elves and dwarves and hobbits and such, halflings and such. And I've heard of fantasy stories taking place in Roman times, but has there been anything that takes place in Roman times with elves and dwarves and like halflings?
So, are you asking that as a
Yeah.
legitimate question?
Yeah.
There is no Roman times anime, but there is a
There's one. There's that one on. There's one of my favorite. There's a Roman bath anime.
Yes!
It's like this, like I love that one. It's
Uh-huh.
great. It's very historically accurate. Like the idea, Preston, is there's a Roman bath architect during the reign of Hadrian, and he periodically gets time traveled to modern day Japan and learns like bath sauna technology from them and brings it back to Roman times.
Yeah.
Very
I mean,
fun.
that's pretty
Very
cool.
fun.
I'm just saying that like anime seems to be,
There's a lot of slop.
first of all, like 50% of anime is post-apocalyptic Japan where people build like robot suits. Okay.
Yes.
And then like 25% of anime is small child has moved to a new town and is dealing with mysterious like spiritual entities that exist there. Like that's like another 20%. And then like 25% is like Rodman one half, like weird sexual stuff. Like it's just like you're just going wrong.
You missed out on the ones where it's like that, like it's like guy from modern day gets transported to medieval world, fantasy
oh
world.
fuck, I hate isekai.
That's like
oh my
that's
God.
like 70% of them. That's like all of them.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. You just have to choose like a slightly new setting, like and like I say, like anime that takes place in like in as you say, like in Roman times, or
There's one that's
even
coming
like-
out that's set in fucking Hittite Empire. Like
Hittite.
like
Yeah.
you're like, what? You're like, whose idea is this?
Oh,
It's the same with these fantasy and dragon books. Like why don't you just, rather than it being in the medieval time, like switch it to Roman time? Even Dungeons and Dragons was like, this is getting stale. Let's have the medieval setting, or the Middle East setting and the Eastern setting, and they put in like orcs and elves and everything in their settings, and they didn't do very well. Maybe that's why no one does it. It's like they don't
Didn't you
want
say
no
that
one
there was
wants.
there was like a cowboy one. There was like a Wild West one that did.
Yeah,
play
boot something, Boot Hill.
Boot Hill.
But like, why not have like, that would be a pretty cool show. It's the Wild West. It's the Wild fucking West, except there's orcs and elves and dragons and all of that. But it's the Wild West.
You were kind of about to describe Steel Ball Run, which is an anime that's coming out right now, that is like Wild West with like magic and stuff. So
Right, but